Next question is from Jack Windsor at WMFD in Mansfield.
Hey, Jack.
Hi, Governor. This question comes from one of our viewers who is a parent. And it says, quote, the CDC said kids are not getting seriously sick from coronavirus, not passing it to teachers. The White House medical advisor said the same and went on to say kids should not be wearing masks or distancing. These are experts, yet we are putting a lot on our kids to handle tough emotions, educational handicaps, and then making them feel responsible for the health of their teachers and other adults. The state site says cases and hospitalizations peaked about 10 days before the state mask mandate. As a parent, I worry about the health risks of those masks, bacterial and viral infections, but also the emotional consequences. The question, Governor, is why are we putting the health of adults on our kids instead of letting the parents and grandparents take ultimate responsibility? And will our kids ever be without masks in schools? Thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. The science on masks, I think, is overwhelming. We've had a number of experts who have talked at our press conferences, but you don't have to look at our press conferences. You can look at, any number of places where experts have said, the importance of masks. Masks are very, very, very important. When we got ready to put our final order on in regard to schools, I had on the phone, I've told this story before, but we had on the phone people from children's hospitals all over the state of Ohio. And what was their recommendation? Their recommendation was a very firm, every child K through 12 should have a mask on. That is what the experts have said. Is there some outlier out there? Well, maybe there is, but the jury's back. There's a verdict, and the verdict is that masks work and that masks should be used. We do know that some kids can get very sick, but we know that the fatality rate among 20 and younger is certainly very, very, very low. But that's not the fear. The fear is, A, they get sick, and maybe have some long-term damage. I told you what the numbers that were given to me at Ohio State several weeks ago in regard to their athletes, that 13% of the athletes who tested positive had some heart problem that was mild. They said in every case it was mild, but 13%. And so that's why the recommendation was when somebody is recovering from COVID and you think they're recovered, they need to be checked out by a doctor before doing strenuous exercise. Again, we're listening to what the medical doctors are telling us to do. Finally, we know that children spread. And the real concern for the community is young person gets it, they take it back home, there's a grandparent there, there's someone in the home who has a sibling, someone who has a medical problem, and then that person gets it, and then, we have all the consequences of that. So we're going to continue to look at the medical science, listen to the medical community, listen to our doctors, and try to make our judgments based upon that.
Next question.